As we're putting these shrimp and grits together, I want to make a quick note that I think is very important, that not all shrimp are created equal. Now, unfortunately, we are just a little bit pre-season for the shrimp coming off of our coast here in Mississippi. I would obviously prefer their shrimp, but unfortunately, this time of year, it is very, very slim on the shrimp that are available off of our coast. So typically what happens is there's a lot of import in. And again, not all imports are created equal. So I want to encourage you to look on the back of the bags and look for something called tripolyphosphates. Tripolyphosphates are an additive that they add to our shrimp to make them puff up and full of water. Now, that's for two reasons. One, to help it stay juicy, because shrimp are naturally dry. There's not a lot of fat there. That's why they're a great healthy option. But number two, for the shrimper, it helps them bulk up. And it helps that 16 or that 21-25 to press out to a big 16-20. And then when you cook it, it's down to like a 31-34. It really shrinks up really tight in a little ball. So what we got to do, though, is make sure that we're looking for those shrimp. The other type of way that it's done is called a bicarbonate, which, you know, again, that's baking soda, basically. And that's the more natural way to for them to achieve this. And it doesn't force your shrimp to shrink. This shrimp is tripolyphosphate free. These are 31-34s. They're delicious. They shouldn't shrink down too much. You don't want to add too much. You notice that I didn't add all the shrimp. I don't want to add so much that it slows the cooking time down for everything. Add just a little blackening seasoning over it. How you also know, like if you don't have the bag and say it's just your product that you've bought, a lot of times by this point, you'll already have like this white milky substance running from it. That's a surefire sign that it's got tripolyphosphate in it. The other part is if you still got it in the raw, that little, and really what it comes down to is just the quality. It doesn't hurt you unless you're eating like an excess amount of shrimp. It's not really gonna hurt you to have the tripolyphosphate. This isn't some crazy health concern, at least to my knowledge. It's more about like the consistency of quality of the shrimp. It's gotta make sure that we stay at a certain size and shape versus getting into the other and then, you know, they look super big and then by the time we cook them, they're like this small. All right, so I got these about 80% of the way there. I'm gonna bring our base back.